Facts about every monster in My Singing Monsters, Part 1. One fact about Mammoth is that despite him having no visible nose, he is still able to hum. This is strange, as it is not possible to hum without your nose. Block your nose and try to hum for yourself. A bonus fact revolving around Mammoth is that it is the first ever monster to have a game purely based on it. This game is called My Mammoth and is much like Talking Tom type games. In My Mammoth, you can feed Mammoth, play games with him, or make him do dances. On top of this, you can also change the background, and well, make him copy what you say. A cool fact involving Noggin is that originally, Noggin was called the Bumper Stumper in early designs for the game. However, Big Bubble didn't think that this name fitted well, so by the time the game was released, they changed it to Noggin. An extra fact featuring Noggin is that did you know that he used to look very creepy and real? Well, this was actually in the early designs for him. Here are some of them, take a look. Can you imagine that one on the left, being in your room at night? One fact for ToeJammer is that according to its description, ToeJammer is actually very tough and is made of rubbery water elements. This is surprising to me, as I thought that since ToeJammer is made out of water, he would be very fragile. A bonus fact about ToeJammer is that did you know, he grows more toes the older he gets. You can see this, because if you look at his design in MSM Dawn of Fire, you can see that ToeJammer only had around 6 toes, but in My Singing Monsters, ToeJammer has approximately 12 toes. This is kind of disgusting to me, as the thought of growing toes grosses me out. One fact for Potbelly is that did you know that you can actually see his roots? Well, when on either Sugarbush or Firehaven, Potbelly briefly jumps out of his pot and allows you to see his hidden roots. This is pretty cool, as I never even knew that Potbelly had any roots, for the whole time of me playing My Singing Monsters. An additional fact for Potbelly is that since he is overweight and has big belly, hence the name Potbelly, if you look closely, you can actually see that his pot that he is in, has several cracks in it. This shows that because Potbelly is so fat, his pot is about to break. An intriguing fact for Maw is that it appears Maw's concept arms were used on both Pummel and Sponge but were changed into a different color. Take a look for yourself. My Singing Monsters probably didn't want to waste, or just liked Maw's old design's arms, so therefore used it for Pummel and Sponge. An additional fact for Maw is that there used to be a glitch in 2020, where on Air Island Maw would disappear whenever you tried to click on him. I have not found any video of this happening, but I have found a picture of it. Take a look. An interesting fact based on Drumpeller is that on Fairy Island Drumpeller plays for the entirety of the song. This is shocking to me, as I don't think this occurs with any other monsters. Another fact for Drumpeller is that its name could be a shortened version of Drum Player. This is most likely, as Drumpeller plays the drum. Even though Frog's bio in the game says it creates excitement in other monsters, Frog doesn't seem to act happy. Although it may be hard to determine a Frog's emotions just based on looking at its frowny face, as animals don't express emotions in the same way humans do. I don't know about you, but if Frog was in my presence, I would be sad more than anything because of its big droopy face. An extra fact for Frog is that Frog's elements, rock and water, may also reference that frogs are amphibians and live on Earth and in the water. One fact for Furcorn is that Furcorn's name seems to be a combination of fur and corn, which is appropriate since corn is tiny just like Furcorn, and Furcorn is covered in fur. Speaking of Furcorn size, Furcorn is actually the smallest monster out of anyone in the whole of My Singing Monsters. Another fact for Furcorn is that did you know that it has the shortest description out of any monster in My Singing Monsters? This could be a coincidence that Furcorn is the shortest monster and has the shortest description, but I think that big blue bubble added this intentionally. Tell me what you guys think. A cool fact involving TRox is that TRox is one of only 2 monsters, including Dandydoo, that isn't on the island their elements represent. This is because TRox's elements are rock, water and cold, but TRox is not on cold or water island. One surprising fact focused on TRox is that whenever TRox chomps, its horns and spikelets on its tail light up. Me personally, already knew about this but I never really acknowledged it. A fascinating fact for Octopus is that have you ever wondered where the water element is on Octopus? Well, whenever Octopus sings, if you look closely, you can actually see that he has a tiny bit of water inside of his mouth. This is just a nice little detail that My Singing Monsters added into the game. An extra fact for Octopus is that it may have been inspired by Treebeard from Lord of the Rings. I think this, because they both look very similar. Here is a picture of both of them. Tell me what you guys think. To me, the only difference is that Octopus is more cartoonish. A very cool fact on Shrub is that did you know that his legs aren't bent, and that he can actually stand up? Well, on Firehaven, Shrub stands up whilst beatboxing and is actually very tall. This looks really cursed to me, as I have never seen him do this before. The main question is, why does he even crouch in the first place? Another fact featuring Shrub is that it has the lowest maximum income out of any 2-element monster, with Shrub having a maximum income of only 1,668 coins. Okay guys, that is the end of the video. If you enjoyed, please, and I mean please, like the video and subscribe, it helps me out so much. Anyways, tell me in the comments down below, if I should continue making this series or not. If you have any facts about monsters, feel free to tell me them in the comments, and I might include your fact in a future video and give you a little shoutout. This is my first My Singing Monsters video, and I have really enjoyed making it. With all that said, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.